don't think I do it.
But Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any drugs, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Thank you all for being here. Wow, it's been quite a busy day on the old day on the Leeds United merry-go-round, hasn't it? For sure. We have got loads to get our teeth into. It's looking a bit cloudy at my end here. I probably need to get a better. I think I'm gonna have to get a better camera for sure. Looks sketchy as, doesn't it? After I've cleaned it, I think I've made it look worse. Yeah, I've made it look worse. One sec. What have I done? Oh, for God's sake, man. Oh, man. Boy needs to invest in a camera. I think that's better now. Let's have a look. I think it's better. Maybe. Right, before we go any further, I want you to smash a like on the video. We've got absolutely loads to get through, all right? Because there's been loads. Of course, propaganda came out, not the square ball propaganda, the club propaganda, as you would have thought when I'm cleaning windows. Yeah, so club propaganda came out. Links to Lee Bowyer, John Dal Thomason as well at Blackburn. So they're obviously, you know, there's no smoke without fire. And then we've heard in the last 24 hours, sorry, in the last 2 hours or so that Javi, Gracia and sound the alarm, people, sound the alarm. Victor Orta may well be getting fired as well. I do believe that Andrea Radrizzani has put far too much credence into what Victor Orta knows and his capabilities. I think we've all said for a long time he's not doing his job to the best of his abilities. And therefore it looks like he might be on his way as well. It looks like the axe has been swung by Rads, and he said, nah, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So Victor Orta might be on his way. Javi, Gracia, boys, come out, please. Might be on his way. And then, of course, there's been links to Victor Orta and John Dal Thomason. Listen, right, I'd advocate the signing of Lee Bowyer before we go any further, just because I'm a bit of a passion merchant and these players need to realise what it means to play for Leeds and need a rocket up their arse and all the cliches, he knows the club, etc., etc. But anything's better than what's happening right now. Even if they're looking at John Dal Thomason, who's currently at Blackburn, you know, for me, we've got 4 games. Do I think we're going to stay up? No. Does it look like we're going down? Yes. But why not change it now to give ourselves maybe a chance? Maybe a chance. Do you know what I mean? And could Lee Bowyer come in and maybe get something away at West Ham? You know, I think he played there for a while. You know, maybe get something at home against Spurs on the last day with the crowd behind him. Yeah, a bit of a passion merchant. I am a passion merchant, Anna, but it is what it is. I don't listen. And what I will say, Lee Bowyer, the club, and this might be Victor Orta again, you know, so this might not happen. But the reason I'm mentioning it, the club have always liked Lee Bowyer. The club were looking at Bowyer when we had Bielsa as a potential successor. And this is no cap. You know, I retweeted a tweet from, I was actually told this by someone who knows Lee Bowyer. This was a long time ago. And I've spoken about it before. I remember being on the Trippers on about Lee Bowyer as a potential replacement way back when. This isn't the first time it's come out of my mouth. The club obviously do rate him. Now, of course, since that time, because he was at Charlton at the time, and he had Conor Gallagher with him, and Charlton was a bit of a poison chalice, but he did well. But obviously, it hasn't gone too great for him since that point. But Leeds just need someone. Leeds need someone. We've got and listen, the fact that the club were admirers of him, maybe it was Victor that was an admirer, and obviously Bowyer's not going to come in at this stage. If Victor Orta does well, get the sack. John Dal Thomason, an up-and-coming manager. Michael Carrick, an up-and-coming manager who I've mentioned before. Maybe we'll have to go down that route. Maybe a bit like Burnley have done, because it doesn't look like we're going to stay up, does it? But listen, before we go go any further, because there's loads we're going to get through. We're going to go through the players' statement, the absolute guff that was brought out by them. We're going to talk about the articles that have come out. And of course, over the last couple of hours, the links to Victor Orta and both Javi Gracia getting their marching orders. Getting the bin with Carrick, mate, beggars can't be choosers. This is what people need to realise, you know what I mean? Beggars can't be choosers. And I don't care about, Michael Carrick's links to that football club. If he comes in and does a good job, then so what? Those that are saying no to Rodgers, why? Why no to Rodgers? People need to recognise where we are as a football club. Liam Moore says, imagine sacking Orta after he's done a big Costco shop. Poor guy, what's he going to do with all that toilet roll? Get in the bin, sack of the board, certainly. Get them gone, says Alison. I think so as well. No, Carrick wouldn't come, but I'm just saying, just maybe that's the route Leeds United will have to go. But who's going to be making them decisions now? If Victor gets sacked, rightly so, by the way, who's going to make the decisions? Who's going to get the job till the end of the season? Because regardless of us now sitting here, same way going down, there is still 12 points to play for. Do I think we'll get 12 points? No. Do I think we'll get 9? No. Could we get 6? Maybe. Will we get them with Javi Gracia in charge? No. The season isn't over. That's why they have to give the job to someone, to maybe, just maybe. And this is where let me just hear it. And I don't mean to be rude or anything. Those that are mentioning Brendan Rodgers, those that are mentioning Graham Potter, they're not coming to Leeds United. We're 4 games away from relegation. 4 games away. There's no way one of them managers comes because we are highly likely to go down. So you have to look lower. This is facts. Be realistic. Do you think Brendan Rodgers is taking this game now with 4 games to go? Do you think Graham Potter, who can have his pick of the majority of clubs in the Premier League when he comes round to actually accepting a job, he's taking Leeds United with 4 games left to go? No. You have to be realistic, people. These managers that have, hopes of being Premier League managers in their next tenure will not come to Leeds when there is 4 games left to go. And at this moment, the best we can hope for is someone from the Championship. It's highly unlikely that you're going to get someone that's in work. Like Tom Johansson says, Jean Dahl Thomason's near the playoffs. Carrick in the playoffs. They're not going to be coming anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's going to have to be someone out of work. Someone that's worked before. That's why the Lee Bowyer one makes sense. Just give someone a chance. Like Nuno's not going to come. There's 4 games left. We have to get a caretaker between now and the end of the season. Someone like Lee Bowyer, and I know people will disagree with me, he's the perfect fit for what we need right now. Gary Devonport makes a good shout. Patrick Vieira, Steven Gerrard, maybe they would come. Patrick Vieira wouldn't be that bad of a shout. I said he'd be first manager sacked, etc. Yeah, but Jamie, no, I'm not saying that would I have Lee Bowyer in the Championship? Maybe. It all depends on how it goes. I would take Bowyer. I know people will say otherwise, but it is what it is. But I am aware of that I am a bit of I am a passion merchant. So when I seen it this morning, I was like, yeah, man, bring him in the door now. He'll create a shake-up. You know what I mean? But I think at this stage, if Gracia does go and our Orta as well, just give it to someone who is at. We're not going to get anyone that's in work, are we? That's the thing with 4 games left to go. You just have to give someone an opportunity. Give someone an opportunity with 4 games because, like it or lump it, folks, we're still not down. Do I think we'll go down? Yeah. Even the 538's got us going down now. Obviously, our next 2 games are City and Newcastle. But I think we just need to bring someone in. And it's someone that's out of work. Those that are saying, I think, L says, surely if they were going to sack Javi, they'd have done it by now. No, because I think it's bigger than that. Because obviously Victor might be through the boot as well. So if these board meetings, these high-level board meetings have been going down, normally Victor would be party to them discussions, wouldn't he? However, that's if he's going to go as well. You know, maybe you know that's why there's a hold up, etc. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know the particulars. If I did, I would share them with you. But I'm surmising as to why he's still in a job at this moment in time. Because initially, you know, Victor's been the one making all the decisions, Annie, and Radrazani has, I guess, left him with the keys to the kingdom, kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. But we'll go through, you know, through the articles. I've not seen anything at all in relation to other stuff. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know what's gone off. You threw me there, Jack. I don't know what's gone off, bro. So I've not seen anything. I agree. We won't improve under Javi, so we need to change to have any chance. Exactly, because we're not in the relegation zone, people. We're not there. Look tonight. Oh, I haven't seen this, Tommy G. Is this on Twitter or something, or on YouTube or something? I don't know. I'm not involved in that spout. I don't need to see any of that. Yeah, there has been some pictures. There has been some pictures with some of the players signing the autographs, for sure. For sure, that goes without said. Oh, right, okay. I didn't. Oh, right, okay. I didn't realize peeps were live at the same time. My apologies. My bad. It's all getting a bit spicy, in it. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I didn't realize he was live. Oh. So, I'm watching it. What's going on? Oh, God. Hey, God. Top two live. I don't know what you're supposed to do in this scenario, bro. I'm like, yo, what's going down? Whatever happens, it's too late, and we're likely going down. Genuinely think it might be worth getting Nuno and start building for next season. I don't know. Right. Anyway, let's go. Joe Gogglebox. I know, right? What is going on? Apparently, Bamford tried to high five that young lad. Listen, on the player thing, right? Certain sections of the players did sign autographs. I've seen pictures with Brendan Aronson, etc. And this is what I'm saying about propaganda. I'm not calling into question one iota the little fan's dad or anything like that. But isn't it interesting they reach out to the family and then we get a tweet and some pictures about, oh yeah, but they did speak to some. That's still for me doesn't take away from those that did ignore the kid. You know what I mean? And Liam Cooper was one of them, the captain of this football club, and he didn't have headphones in or his hand in his phone. He just ignored them. Pascal Strout went the opposite way, and then some security guard stood in front of the kid. It is what it is. So that doesn't excuse them. Tried but missed. It was a joke, wasn't it? It was a joke. I didn't even realize it was a joke. Damn. How have I not picked up on that? That's embarrassing. Just on Javi Gracia, though, and the reason and need for change. No Leeds manager or head coach was taking charge of 10 plus matches has ever conceded an average of 2.5 goals per game in the club's history. Javi Gracia has done that, yeah? Javi Gracia has done that. Jesse Marches, LMFAO, hold that Leeds scum. You're in here all the time, bro. You need to get a life, bro. You need to get a life, man. Anyway, let's talk about the message from the players themselves then. Let's have a look at that in some more detail. and see what they've had to say. It all seems a little bit generic to me. I don't know what your thoughts are. Let me just put this on. Right, okay. A message from the players. So it says, as the first team squad at Leeds United, we wanted to reach out to the fan base regarding yesterday's game and subsequent posts on social media. Firstly, the performance was not good enough. No shit, Sherlock. Though there is no other way to look at it, and only way to respond is on the pitch. Leeds fans travel up and down the country in huge numbers and deserve more than this. What is just concerning to us as a group is the video online of us leaving the hotel. Well, if that's as concerning, because I'm assuming this was put together by the captain, why weren't you one who was engaging then? I don't know. Words can't express how sorry we are that the youngster in the video wearing the Leeds kit is not shown more love from the squad. On a match day, we do an activation walk. Before and after this, we stop for photos and autographs to ensure we interact with fans, but also that we are on time when leaving for games. However, there is no excuse for not acknowledging fans. And if the parents of the fan wearing the Leeds kit in the video can make themselves known to us, we would be grateful. We do not believe that this fight is over, and we will keep going until the last ball is kicked this season. Thank you again for your support. It all just seems a little bit generic. It doesn't seem human to me. Do you know what I mean? It all just seems a little bit generic. Now, good friend and awesome content creator, Mr. Michael Normanton. I don't know, what's ChatGPT? What's ChatGPT? What is ChatGPT? Can anyone explain to me what ChatGPT is? Does anyone know what that is? I'm assuming it's something where you can like just put something in. It's an artificial intelligence chat bot, right? Developed by OpenAI and released in November. It is built large language models and has been fine-tuned using both supervised and reinforcement learning techniques. So it's a generative pre-trained transformer. So you put in something and it will produce it for you, yeah? An AI chatbot. Now, Michael Normanton, he's just a funny guy, actually put into the chat GPT, write an apology from a football team. It's basically a carbon copy. It says, we, the members of Leeds United, insert football team here, would like to extend our sincerest apologies for our recent performances on the field. We understand that we did not live up to the expectations that you had for us. We take full responsibility for our shortcomings. We understand. Basically, it's just generic guff, isn't it? It's just generic guff. That's probably not even been written by the players. It's probably been given the sign off or whatever. But yeah, it's just all a bit sad in it. Like people have said, it's all just a bit sad. But big shout out to Michael Normanton for that, because I thought it was brilliant. So they've come out and said what they've had to say. I think, listen, say what you want about this guy, but I think since leaving the game in a footballing sense, Gary Neville very rarely misses a beat for me. And he had this to say about it. This isn't a message to Leeds players. It's to all players, teams apologising. No one is falling for sanitized vanilla PR guff anymore. Speak from the heart and better on video so fans can see your faces. And that's so true, isn't it? Like Helen said, it's just a copy and paste jobby. It's just basically, it's like copying someone's homework and changing it up a little. Exactly. And I think Gary Neville's hit the nail on the head. We as a fan base with the art of social media and all this sort of stuff and fan media, everything, fans are so much more in tune now, I believe anyway, than, with what's going on with the football club. And we're aware much more now about what happens, behind the scenes, etc. All this sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? We know about all this. So we know when we're being taken for a ride now. Does that make sense? Maybe back in the day, and I can't speak for others because I'm only 35, but I think we know now the inner workings of a football club much more than we ever did, right? So when we know we're getting led a merry dance, etc., we can go, oh yeah, you're full of shit, man, because we know about this, and this. It's just so much more accessible. It's so much more accessible. So yeah, I think Gary Neville's bang on the money. You know, it's PR guff. A lot of people had it not a go at me, but were like, Joe, you're falling for the PR guff as well by being on board with the potential acquisition of Lee Bowyer. Maybe. It is from the Daily Mail. Maybe it's just clutching at straws. Yeah, of course, Joshua Winter, not a problem, mate. Just drop it in wherever. I couldn't give a shit. I hate when they do this. Allow us to put ads on. I don't want you to put ads on. That's why I've got an ad blocker on. Anyway, bloody hell, what are they advertising here? What's this? Tesco butter. And it Tesco every little helps range. And now this, yeah. Let me see if I can add that ad blocker back. I've just started ad blocker. Unpause. There we go. Back on. Here we go. Hopefully it won't kick me off. Oh, it's kicked me off, folks. It won't let me go on the fucking thing without the ad blocker on. But now they keep putting tunes on and that. Right. Okay. So this is from the Daily Mail. We'll have to just do with the Tesco bloody adverts and all that that's on there at the minute. It's bringing up a video, man, of Cartier watches. It's not targeted advertising, is it? I could never have followed a Cartier watch. What's going on? Anyway, right, okay. Am I cold? Nah, I'm all right. Oh, it looks like it's crashed there. I'm all right. To be honest, I tell you what I did today, which was a bit mad. Have I crashed on yous? Have I crashed on yous? No. I haven't crashed on you, have I? Sorry, because all the adverts that popped up, it's all gone a little bit mad. So yeah, I've been out today just talking about sweaty and all that, and I took the kids to jump 360. Oh my god, you think you're fit? You think you're fit until you bouncing around on a trampoline with your kids. My days, they've got energy for days. They're like, ah, come on, Dad. I was like sweating like that, needing a defibrillator and that. So, yeah, went there. Stop being mean about my coat. My coat's sick, man. What are you talking about? Although the dog looks like he might piss on it. Marco and Billy, leave my coat. Leave the coat. Yeah, so no flips, no flips. I went there, and do you know how much it cost? Do you know how much it cost? This is madness. I was fuming. For me and 4 kids, okay, my 3 kids and Lily, £80. £80 for an hour on trampolines. £80. Mental. Then, as a treat, right? I says, should we go for food? So I went to Teesside Park in Middlesbrough. 80 quid user. I swear to God, bro. So then, right, we went for food. I said, let's go to Chiquitos, right? Wasn't there, so we went to Five Guys. Now, I know Five Guys is expensive. Five Guys is expensive, right? But you don't get chips with your meal and that, so you have to buy them extra, don't you? Do you know how much I spent in Five Guys? Do you know how much? For food, burger and chips and a milkshake. £90. £90 for a Yorkshireman. This is brutal. This is brutal. Honestly, I could not believe it. So all in all, really, it's cost a lot of money. Let's go out. It's bank holiday. Let's go treat ourselves. £90, you know. Mental. Cost of living, innit? Cost of living. They're not. We won't be doing that again. I tell you that much. Once a year on bank holiday. Yes, Kate. Tell me about it, man. I was like that. He's taking the piss. There's solutions to this, right? Don't take your kids out, right? Don't have kids. Yeah, or like people said, buy a trampoline. There's, have a trampoline at the mum's, but it's different, innit? I was just like, come on. And do you know what? Half of it as well. I needed some relaxing. Do you know what I mean? I need some relaxing. I was like, hey, are you sure, love? £80 for us. Are you sure? No, but really, are you sure? Yeah. And then she stapled stomach to it and went, there's a ticket on there for half price on your next visit, but you need to use it within a week. So I'm never fucking coming here again, let alone in a week. Half price. 40 quid's enough without you wanting 80 quid. I'm telling you, man. Yes, exactly, Jamie. 2 days gone down the Swanee. I'm skint now, but listen, they had a good time. It's one of them, innit? Like, to be fair, right, my daughter, Millie, she's lovely. She's got a heart of gold. And she's one of them kids who like, she's got £80. She goes, are you sure, Dad? Are you sure, Dad? Come on, are you sure? Like, don't worry about it, man. I brought you out. That's what she's like. So, yeah. Yeah, mental. Anyway, enough about my life. Dr. Cox says, I'm 35 and have no kids winning in life. No, I say it in jest. Listen, mate, when I'm older, they'll be able to look after me, won't they? They'll be able to look after me when I'm older, and that's all that matters, isn't it? You know, when they come see and bring their kids to see Grandad, and I'll be sat in my chair, probably still fuming at Leeds United, sat in my chair. Do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. How's the keyboard, Marcus? It's good, man. It's good. I think the keyboard analogy worked on a few people, to be fair. Lee Brown says, I'm 35 and kept a last for 3 years now. I'm winning. Bro, knowing how I know you keeping a last for 3 years, bro, that is results. Lee, you should be proud of yourself, mate. Knowing how I know you, player. Kurt says, sat in your rocking chair still fuming about that Bamford miss. Exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Five Guys, as lovely as the burger was, too expensive, especially when you've got a small football team. Yeah, inflator space. No, it wasn't inflator. It would jump 360, jumping about, sweating my head off. You know what I mean? Watching me moves and that. I caught a glimpse of myself at one point, and I was thinking, "Fucking hell, them moves look terrible, John. You're bouncing around, man." Yeah. Although I did have some fun because, you know, they have like the gladiator thing with the. I don't know what you call them, you know, when you fight and it's like Harry got on at one end and I just went bang and sent him flying. So that was fun. I mean, he's only 4 and don't have a clue what's going on, but it is what it is. I thought it was fun. I was like, bang. He didn't cry. I don't beat my kids, I promise. All in jest, innit? All in jest. Yeah, cool. So back to it. Right. So Leeds considering sacking Javi Gracia. So this is from the, stick me in a home, Lee. You're probably right, bro. Right, let me get back to this now. So this is what's been shared. So this was the Daily Mail this morning. So Leeds are considering sacking Javi Gracia 10 weeks after he replaced Jesse Marsh. And after a run of 5 games without a win, with Lee Bowyer, one name who could emerge as an option. Dogs don't, please. Leeds are narrowly above the bottom 3. This is what I'm saying. Regardless, for me at this point, first strike hard, Cobra Kai never dies. Exactly. I agree with what's being said here. Like, I don't. Right, just bear with me 1 second. If it ain't the kids, it's these two. Go on. Out. Come on, Marco. Go on. Go on, please. Honestly, man. Right, okay. Sorted. We'll get our game face on now. I went a bit mad. So Jeezy, the Lee Bowyer link came from the Daily Mail. Now, Leeds have been long-term admirers of Lee Bowyer. This is from a tweet that Phil Hay did back in I think, 2020, November 2020. So almost, 2.5 years now. But he said, Leeds have always thought highly of Bowyer as a coach. This was when he potentially could have gone to West Brom. But obviously, I don't think that ever materialised. But it has come out in the wash as well. Talking about, obviously, the fact that Leeds United issued a no confidence vote. And it says the Mail Sport understands Randrazani is considering making another managerial change in a desperate bid to save the Whites from relegation with just 4 games to go. 3 of his first 6 top-flight matches. The Spaniards have overseen 4 defeats to 5, leaving Leeds just point clear of the relegation zone. Remember as well, we also broke our own record for most goals conceded in a month under Javi. Yeah, it's gone from bad to worse, and apparently Radrazani is weighing up his options, and one of them options could be Lee Bowyer, the former Leeds United midfielder. He's currently out of work after being sacked by Birmingham last summer and could emerge as a short-term option that would galvanise supporters. It might not galvanise you right now, but I can guarantee you if Lee Bowyer came in, mic volume is low. It shouldn't be. I'll turn it up for you a little bit. Is that better? Hopefully that's better, but it's because I'm moving about and it's right in front of me. Sort of. See, this is the thing. This is where it all changes. So this is why Lee Bowyer. Mike is going funny, is it? Is it better now? It's okay. Sorry, I've turned it up. It's the advert in the background, right? That's what it is, folks. See what I mean? This is why I don't have ads on. I can hear it as well, actually. I can hear it's some Spaniard or something. If I get demonetized for this stupid advert, I'll tell you what it is. It's Allegri. It's Allegri talking about Juve. Right, I've closed it down. You shouldn't be able to hear it now. Sorry, folks. Yeah, so this is where it all changes, though, because it says here, Sporting Director Victor Orta has been instructed by Radrazani to sort the mess. He's also said to be scouring options in Spain and Holland. Coach Michael Scabala would be contender to take caretaker charge, having overseen 3 games earlier this season, which included a draw at Manchester United. But as we know, but look there, this is the direct Twitter message corner, still a mad one that. But yeah, look, vote no confidence. Lee Bowyer has been linked as a potential replacement. I'm not sure. Listen, I'd back it. I couldn't give a shit at this stage. Do you know what I mean? The club's in disarray. We've got 4 games to save our Premier League, status. Will we stay up? Probably not. Probably not. But it is what it is. Let's just have a look at 538, and this is the real kick in the teeth at this moment in time. Is of course, according to 538, Leeds United are now going to be relegated. Okay. With a 58% chance of relegation. So before yesterday, we were above Forest. Not winning that game and getting beaten the way we did has meant that they now see Nottingham Forest finishing above us. Obviously, we've got 4 games to save ourselves, and we know now, that we've got City. We're not getting any points in this. Kate makes a good point, and this is where they might look at it as, look, Bowyer for 4 games, no longer, completely regressive move. Could well be. Look, Rafa is a joke. I don't know what you mean, like as in is a joke manager or a joke appointment. If we could convince Rafa to come, it'd be amazing. I said that before. Rafa's not a bad manager. No, I don't think Jamie, no. Salvage says he's been sniffing glue on Hare Hills. Corner flag at 6, I'm guessing, says Formula Sunny, potentially. Listen, I'm going to be live throughout today anyway, because I'm live for the game tonight, if you want to join me. I'm live for the game tonight, obviously Leicester versus Everton, because it still massively could impact us. If they get a draw, it's as you were. If one of them wins, we're still not in the bottom 3, but it gives us an idea on who to look at next, fixture-wise, what they're playing, if they can get any points. And then, obviously, the final words back tonight as well at 10:30 after tonight's game. I think Kate's going to be there. I've asked Lucy Chappell, who was on. There's many others. But yeah, listen, Leeds always been admirers of Lee Bowyer. That's maybe why the link might have come out. There might not be anything genuine in it. Do you know what I mean? But he's one that's been linked. Let's have a look at the actual the article from Football Insider. This is from Pete O'Rourke, the transfer correspondent, if you like, of works at Team Talk. Football Insider. This says sources close to Leeds United are to sack Javi, Gracia and Victor Orta in the next 24 hours. Leeds United are set to sack them. Sources have told Football Insider. White's Chiefs have been locked in talks since Sunday night, weighing up seismic changes to preserve the club's Premier League status. And what we have to remember is as well, is 49ers' involvement in this. They'll want to get a handle on it as well, because there's the potential that they take over in the summer. White's chief have been locked in talks since Sunday. A crisis meeting began in the wake of Sunday's 4-1 defeat, and internal discussions continued on Bank Holiday Monday. So all talks going now. They are now ready to dismiss not only Gracia after 12 matches in charge, but also Director of Football Victor Orta. The duo are set to pay the price for a wretched few weeks that has left United deep in a relegation trouble. It's Gracia's birthday today as well. Happy birthday. He was only appointed in February, but has just won 3 of his 12 games. He's had more than enough games to keep Leeds up for sure. He did only sign a contract until the end of the season. So I guess that was smart in a sense, but that's more so because they thought they were going to get someone else. The board have not only spent the day discussing the former Watford manager's position, but also that of Orta, with just 4 games remaining as they seek to try and preserve their Premier League status. I think the thing is as well, there's the stuff there about Jean Dal Thomason as well. Considered a natural replacement for Bielsa, according to club chiefs. But for me, them club chiefs would obviously be... Orta would be involved in that as well, I'm assuming. But yeah, things haven't been going well for a while now, and Leeds United could be looking to offload Victor Orta. So, I mean, I'm just going to go back to Twitter because I've got loads of notifications. Sky Sports News, forget about that. Let's have a look what's being said. Just a lot of people. I was just looking at the notifications. I had quite a lot of notifications, so I was assuming something was going down, but it doesn't look to be the case. Nothing as of yet. I'm just trying to see if there is anything. Obviously, Mo Ibrahim, I know he watches some of my stuff as well, to be fair to him. Big up Mo, normally keeps me in the loop. Big up to Mo. He said Leeds United board have an emergency meeting today. Javi, let me just share this with you. It's easier, isn't it? So big up to Mo Ibrahim. Make sure you follow him on Twitter as well. Mo says this. He says, Leeds board had an emergency meeting today. Javi Gracia is at risk of getting sacked, and so are some members in the Leeds hierarchy, including Victor Orta. A reshuffle will happen in the summer. But this is where I come back to it, all right? And I want to know your thoughts. I understand a reshuffle in the summer is needed. Victor gone. I would also get rid of Angus. I think Radrazani will stay if we do go down, because he'll want to get straight back up, parachute payments, player sales, etc. He won't want to get rid of it at the cut down price, because if we bounce back at the first time of asking, he's lost a lot of money. Whether you're happy with that decision or not, he's a businessman. I think that's the way he will go. There is no obligation this summer. They was just going to do it this summer. However, I believe it's the season after, right? So they were going to bring it, early. I do not think that Radrazani, departs. I don't think Radrazani departs. So shake-up needed. Totally agree with all that. However, we still need a chance. We still need a change now. Do you know what I mean? We still need a change now. If that's Lee Bowyer, whoever, if it's Skubala, whoever, we've got 4 games to save our season. At least go down trying something, I think is where my head's at, because look at this, man. Jay Mooney. I can't stand that Gadji. Not this guy, but look, I'm going to share this now. So this is what I mean, man. So obviously Diego Mendoza has been asked, has anyone been sacked yet? Let's just see what's... Your body's stranger. You're a strange bloke, ain't you? Your body's stranger. Everything you said about Leeds board and other things is true. Club is a shambles. Club with no infrastructure. I might be a bloke, but I don't lie. Anyone being sacked yet? And he says, I can't see anything, or Jay Mooney is going to have another heart attack and blow up my phone. Like, Jay Mooney, honestly, man, he's trying to silence everybody. Get him out of the club as well. Take him with you as well. I can't stand that, man. Take him with you. Let me just speak to... One sec. Anyway, that Mooney as well, man. Like, why? But that's the funny thing, innit, man? He's going straight, like, try to get people on side. That again, it's just like, it just shows that the club are aware. And why is Mooney got anything to do? Why is he speaking to him? Why is he speaking to him? Why is he going out to Mendoza and that protect? Honestly, play a liaison. Like, I don't know. Anyway, guy's a tit, man. See him walking around like he's rock hard as well. Can't stand the man. Anyway, it is what it is. What's your reason to sack Angus? Wayne, do you really need to go there? Wayne, I see your comments a lot, mate. You always disagree with what I've got to say. That's totally fine. I don't mind that. But you very much... Right, just bear me 1 second. Marco, stop it. You very much see it from, you know, the Rad Razani and... stuff perspective. But I don't even need to tell you about what the reason to sack Angus is, do I? Do you remember programme notes? Do you remember programme notes and that condescending nature, it's the way that he spoke to us as fans, and very much made it like it was our fault and that we should listen because we don't actually, know what we're talking about. That guy, not for me. And I've met him in person, and I thought he was a top guy. Played football against him, etc. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, it is what it is. Like, this is the point I make is right. This is my football club. This is my football club. Yeah, our internationals. Remember, our internationals, and Bamford had played. He's only ever played one game, and it was about 20 minutes. Anyway, we move. This is my football club. This is your football club. Owners will come and go. They do not have the same. And listen, I'll speak out of turn here, but it always frustrated me the way people piped off everyone on Twitter. Like, oh, Wilson. He's a Liverpool fan. Or is he Newcastle? I can't remember. They pipe off these people that are paid to report on the football club and that. But they're not fans of the football club. Nothing against them. All I'm saying, it really used to get to me. It's like you're taking like their side against your own a little bit. That's what it always felt like to me. Badgegate. Who can forget Badgegate? They do not care, really. Angus is a Luton fan. Others are, Rads is a Juve fan. They don't have the same passion that me and you do. It's ours. Do you know what I mean? We'll still be here. We don't need warm bodies. Exactly, man. That's why Angus, clown, trying to tell us as fans how to go on. Gaslighting fans, 100%. And this is the point, is like they come and go. But it used to really, really frustrate me when people are oh, yeah, you're amazing, you are. Yeah, don't really care about you. They're getting paid, man. They're getting paid to work. They're getting paid. You're in this because it's in your blood. You're in this because it runs through your veins. You're in this because you can't switch off from it. You're in this because believe me, if we could, we would click our fingers, because I don't want to have to feel this pain. I don't want to have to be depressed. I don't want to have to get up on a morning and be annoyed. And the first thing I think about is Leeds United. And then have fallouts with other Leeds United fans because we disagree about certain viewpoints because we're invested in it. Or someone gives you shit at work and you actually really get annoyed. And people go, oh, why? It's only football. Not for us. Not for yous that watch me regularly, right? Because you're that invested that you watch my YouTube channel and my opinion on this football club. That shows your dedication to it as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I never got it. So, like when people are saying, oh, what about this? What about that? I don't care for them. I'm grateful, but that's their job, right? That's their job. I just don't understand when Leeds fans fall out and they go, oh, yeah, what about this guy? What? None of them support Leeds United. None of them really care. None of them really care. But people want to go, oh, yeah, but he's this, he's that, he does this, he does that. Oh, I'm not listening to you. You're rubbish. I listen to this guy. Anyway, I could rant all day on all that sort of shit. Archie Williams says, how involved do you think the 49? Big time, mate. They've already been involved. I agree with you there, Wayne. I do agree. That's why I've said that he'll stay. He'll stay in the summer, I think, because he'll want to come back up. He'll want to come back up. He'll want to come back up for me. So like I said, there's been links as well to Jean Dal Thomason. But again, that's all smacks of the summer. That all smacks of the summer. This is a good thing, Jamie. This is a good thing. Pete Lowie is a Leeds United fan. That's always good. When you can get a fan, of course, they can get a little bit too, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, now they're fans. Like Tony Bloom, right? Tony Bloom is a Brighton fan, I believe, yeah? Is that right? The guy who owns Brighton, he's a Brighton fan, right? Like, my man's rich as oh, he's just like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So maybe it would be great to have someone that cares. But I swear, Pete, Tony Bloom, sorry, is a massive Brighton fan, and what he does for that football club is yeah, amazing. Just basically gives them cash. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, is what it is. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is perspective, not the truth. Marcus Aurelius, love that. What about Batman, mate? I was quoting Batman yesterday. And then I watched Cagey this morning, and Cagey did it as well. And then my head goes, oh, I hope people don't think I've nicked it from Cagey. And then I go, Joe, man, stop getting in your head. It's a Batman quote. Mad, in it, how we all go on in our heads at times. No, I don't think he was. He was a Cockney. He was a Cockney. I don't think Mike Ashley was a Newcastle fan, was he? He was a Cockney. He brought in the Cockney Mafia, didn't he? Mike Ashley wasn't a Newcastle fan. I said Christian. Oh, well, it wasn't Batman then, was it? I want to know if Mike Ashley was a Newcastle. Mike Ashley a Newcastle fan? Yeah, nah, he's not a Newcastle fan. He's a Tottenham fan. Mark Lawrenson said he's a Tottenham fan. I was going to say he's a Cockney. So, nah, he was not a Newcastle fan. Like Joe Linton will tell you, definitely not. No, I didn't think he was either, bro, because I remember the Cockney Mafia shtick when he brought in, like, Dennis Wise and all that. He took Dennis Wise to Newcastle from Leeds, if my memory serves me right. No, he's not a Newcastle. He would, if he was a Newcastle fan, he wouldn't have done that. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the thing, innit? He wouldn't have gone on like that. Not a chance. He didn't really care. He did not really care. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know. This is why, as well, it comes back to that's why it is time for change, because when you've got like Victor, this is enough to be sacked anyway, isn't it? Really, going suck at a bird. Remember, and telling us after 16 years, oh, you would have no Premier League if it wasn't for me and all that. That is at that point, you know, he should have been brought in at that point and be massively reprimanded. You're heavily involved at the football club. Should you be behaving like this? Should you be going on like that? Potentially no. Potentially not. Not potentially, definitely not. You need to have a little bit more about you. But also, at the same time, you need to... Radrazani shouldn't be tweeting Connor, should he? Shouldn't be tweeting Connor. You know, it's a mad one, isn't it? Yeah, it's mad. So it is what it is. Pip with the pound, big up to you, Pip. Thank you. JKA transfer was enough to get sacked. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But listen, more will come. It's now 6:15. We've still not heard out, which is a bit of Alan Pardue an option for Leeds after fresh Javi Gracia news? I'm not having that. Who said that? You might as well get Sam Allardyce in. I think as well, like people... Yeah, Harry's bang on the right. The club haven't been right since Sticks Lockwood was sacked. Where are you seeing this... Where are you seeing this Pardue stuff? That's got to be bullshit, man. I'm not having that. Nah, no Pardue stuff. Definitely not. I'd give it Bowyer just because he's got links to the club because I'm a clown like that. But yeah, I don't know what's bloody hell. Actually, it is. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look. Oh God, it's true. It's true. It's true. Like it says, Pip, big up to you. Let me share my screen with you again, folks. Just bear with us 1 minute. So again, this is to be taken with a pinch of salt, but it's come from The Guardian. The Guardian claim Leeds United are considering a move to sack Gracia and appoint a fourth manager this season, with Alan Pardue deemed a possible option for the remaining 4 games of the current campaign. Gracia replaced Marsh. We know all about that stuff. But working in Greece with Aris Thessaloniki, has recently held positions at Dutch club side Den Haag and in Bulgaria with CSKA Sofia. Apparently, Pardue. Lee Bowyer also mentioned. He last managed in the Premier League in 2018. Yeah, it would make us a laughing stock, to be fair. I definitely would rather Lee Bowyer over Pardue, for sure. For sure. God, just give it Scoobs. Now, I want a manager to come in for last 4 because Scoobs has showed us he ain't got the facilities for it. Oh, God, what's going to happen, eh? What's happening at the football club? I thought we might have seen more news. Do you know what I always think as well when like the local journals are quiet? It's because they're trying to find out what's going on. They need to confirm reports and stuff first. But they're all a little bit on the QT. I'm just going to check my phone to see if anything has been said. Hang on 1 sec. Just having a read through. Hang on. Mooney getting pulled apart on Twitter by all accounts. Let's have a look, see what else is being said. Hang on. Don't look like anything's going down, folks. Thanks for those that send me the links and all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, nothing going down up to this point. But listen, the great thing is, I'm going to be back live at 7:45. 7:45. Brendan Rodgers not going to rebuild with Leeds United in Championship. I'll be back at 7:45 because, of course, Leicester play Everton, which massively affects the course of our season. And whether or not... How do people want that to go just out of interest? What's the best result for us? Is it for one of them to get battered so that the other one's still down there, or what? Do we want them to draw? I want you to tell me, people, what's the best course of action for Leeds United in this one? Draw, do you think? Yeah. Let's have a look at the league table. You can see here Leeds United in 16th, Forest on the same points of us, only bettered them by goal difference. Yeah, so I mean, if Leicester draw, they're on 30, Everton 29. Yeah, probably a draw's best, right? Which would mean we're not going to be in the relegation zone. Leicester would leapfrog both us and Nottingham Forest with a point, with the better goal difference. Put them on 30. That would then mean Nottingham Forest in the relegation zone just on goal difference. Everton, yeah. So maybe a draw's best. If Everton were to win, well, whoever wins that game's going to leapfrog us. But one thing's for certain is we're not going to the drop zone, right? We're not going to fall into the drop zone this weekend. It's going to be all on next week now because Leeds United are not going to get a win. This is what we need to start. Look, I know people think we're already down, right? And if the onus is on Leeds United to stay up, by our own volition, by our own, in our own, it's not going to happen. Leeds United have shown, unless this new manager comes in and manages to, pull a rabbit out of the hat. But in the 4 games, I'm not backing Leeds United to stay up, right? The only way we can stay up at this moment in time is if there are 3 worse teams than us. And we've already seen this weekend, Southampton put up a fight, they lose. Forest put up a fight, they lose in the last minute. We're down there for a reason. Everton played Newcastle 5-1 slapping or 4-1 slapping and were terrible. So Leeds United may, just may, and this is a small percentage, stay up. The only reason we can do that is if, of course, there are 3 worse teams than us. So depending on how tonight scores, we then need to look ahead to the following week and be like, right, okay, so who have they got? This is where we're at. Who have they got, Because we know next weekend we're not getting anything, are we? We know this, right? We know next weekend we're not getting anything because we have the hardest fixture. We have Man City. Even if you look at the fixture difficulty rating, you can see here Leeds United are at the foot. We play Man City away. Game over, yeah? Game over settings, right? So we're not getting any points. So we then have to look at them other teams and say, right, okay, who's got a winnable game? Well, Leicester go to Fulham away. So it's all eyes on that one. And Forest play Southampton at home. That could be the killer. We need a Southampton winning that. We need a Southampton winning that by any which way necessary. Because if Nottingham Forest get that one, then they're saying bye-bye Leeds United at the weekend because Leeds United are not getting anything from City. Then who've Everton got? Everton have Brighton away. You have to think, you know what? We might be all right. We won't be in the relegation zone just yet because Everton have got to go away to Brighton. So these are the things, isn't it, that we've then got to look at. Then Leeds United have a home fixture. As difficult as it'll be to Newcastle, you're like, right, okay, we might not get anything from that, probably won't. But then Everton have to go to City. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. I am not saying Leeds United can get wins. I still think we'll get one before the season's done, by the way. Yeah? No, BD old man. I'm agreeing with you in a sense, saying this isn't on Leeds United, but there still may well be 3 worse teams than us. Jamie knows the importance of Nottingham Forest versus Southampton next weekend cannot be understated. This weekend, because if Forest win that, then that's us chasing tails and we won't get any win. However, if Southampton win it, then it's a different thing, isn't it? Then it's a different thing. So, listen, I'm going to try until it's over, it ain't over and all that sort of jazz. The fat lady will sing and all that sort of jazz. But if they win, then I know, be the old man, the glimmer of hope kills me every bloody day. Every bloody day. And like the Leeds Rock says, if Southampton win, luck is on our side. We already know we're not getting anything this weekend against City. So we then after tonight's result's important. Maybe it might be worth Leicester beating Everton, It might be worth Leicester beating Everton. So that Everton still have a 2-point gap away from us. Forest, then it would be Forest, Everton, Southampton. We're getting slapped up by City. You have to hope that Southampton beat Forest. Everton will go away to Brighton. Okay, so no one might get any points by Southampton. It'll be as you were. 3 more games to go, still not in the drop zone. Come on, Leeds, you can do it. You can do it. Do you see what I'm saying? And then it comes to the next weekend where we've got Newcastle at home, but then Everton have got to go away to City. Do you see what I'm saying? So it ain't over till it's over. Of course, Everton do finish with Wolves and Bournemouth. Both safe. We've got to play Tottenham and West Ham. we'll have to wait and see, isn't it? But I'd like a change. Like Juan said, I know he's tongue-in-cheek probably with the Pardue stuff, but at this point, just bring in someone who's not in work, who can come in and, like Juan says, get the basics right. Put 5 at the back if you have to. I know this manager was doing it, but we were shit. Call me crazy. Call me mental. But do you reckon Sam could do out for 4 games? Like, this is the stage we're at, people. I'm sorry. Just give me anything. Give me anything. Pip says, I see Everton winning the final 2 games. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. We just won't know, but it ain't over until it's over, folks. I know I'm giving, probably false hope to myself as I'm saying it, but we move, right? We move. Yeah, is what it is. I'd take anyone. Though. I'd take anyone at this point. Do you know what I mean? The predictors, it's out of the window. Because you know me, I'll be like, we might get something at home to Newcastle. It's pointless, but just wait and see. Listen, I'll be back 7:45. 7:45, Leicester take on Everton. Then right after that, at 10:30 is the final word. And we'll get everyone else's thoughts on what has been, a pretty poor 48 hours, really, for Leeds United. Let's be honest. Not just on the pitch, off the pitch as well. It's been bad, hasn't it? It's been bad, but we move. Listen, thanks everyone for your support, as is always the case. Just before you go, if you're not subscribed, folks, I really need your help, yeah? I really, really need your help because Leeds United, Joe, why am I talking about myself in the third person? Sorry. I am on 18,925 subscribers, yeah? Nearly there. 75 people away from 19K. And that means for the month of May, one big push to get to 20K before the season's done. So if you are new here, yeah, please do subscribe. Help me get to 19K. And then we move from there, right? Don't worry about me, Scally. I've been out with my kids today. That's what I'm saying. Cost me an arm and a leg, but I'm feeling much better. And I'll be live tonight, okay? I love you all, and I will see you all later on. Changes afoot for Leeds United. You probably see a lot more than me. You're going to see your kids and your wife over the next 24 to 48 hours. It's going to be busy, people. But, yeah, changes need to happen. Thanks always for watching. I'll see you.